From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
So a while back, I reported on an issue that I identified with missing Black youth in Ontario, and that video went viral, okay? It ended up making it to mainstream news. It was a big deal. And from that, I was introduced to Vanessa St. Louis, who is the CEO of Black People United for Change. This organization is a growing initiative dedicated to driving meaningful change within the Black community. And our first step is fostering unity through education, community-based events, and open dialogue. We are committed to using every available resource to raise awareness and spark conversations about the changes needed to empower and uplift our community. Together, we will create a stronger, more resilient future built on knowledge, solidarity, and purpose. So when Vanessa contacted me, she asked me if I would be interested in joining her in coordinating a peaceful demonstration at the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, which is located in downtown Toronto. Naturally, I said, absolutely, I will. I mean, say less. Okay, we're talking about our community. We're talking about the issues in our community. We're also talking about the issues against our community. And the demonstration was an opportunity for us to speak on the anti-Black racism that goes on in the province of Ontario, along with the issue going on with our missing Black youth. We weren't only calling on the government to implement an anti-Black hate law in the province of Ontario, we were also calling on our community to also be held accountable for what we can do to ensure that our community is safe. So that was the purpose of the demonstration. We reached out to several Black organizations, asking them if they would join us, asking if they would speak. They said no. We accepted that. We also heard from many, many naysayers that were telling us, you're not doing it right. I have concerns about what you're doing. And this is from the Black community. It's not going to go anywhere. It's a waste of time. We heard all of those things, okay? And we also got death threats. We received threats from people saying either we stop doing what we're doing or we're going to end up unalived like what happens to you people. Okay, but nothing stopped us. We said we are going through with it. Fast forward to the day, it is cold, it's raining. We weren't allowed to have any audio equipment because of the rain. And by the grace of God, Israel United in Christ showed up and they set up for us and we had audio. We also had a tent pitched for us so that we were able to stand underneath the tent and be shielded by the rain so that we can go forward with what we intended to do, which was read that petition and demand accountability from the government. So with that, we were able to go forward with the day, and we were supposed to have 7 speakers. And 5 of the 7 pulled out at the 11th hour. So at the end of the day, we just had 2 speakers and myself, and we had about 25 brothers from Israel United in Christ. Then we had about 5 more Black people. And we also had undercover officers that were in attendance as well. We had 4 cruisers on either side of us from the police force, and then there were about 5 police officers standing at the top of the legislative grounds steps. So we had quite a bit of police presence as well. We went forward with our demonstration, and MPP Kristyn Wong-Tam was in attendance. She also spoke. She accepted our petition, and she has committed to helping us get this anti-Black law implemented in the government of Ontario. She was the only one who accepted it. We asked several people from our community that are MPPs or MPs or in the political realm, and no was the answer. So in case anybody's wondering, why is this Asian woman doing this for us? She was the only one that was committed. And so after that demonstration, she invited us into the Legislative Assembly for the reading of our petition. So take a look at what happened inside the Assembly with MPP Kristyn Wong-Tam reading our petition.
Petitions. I recognize the member for Toronto Centre.
Thank you very much, Speaker. It's always an honor to rise in this House and to speak on behalf of the great people of Toronto Centre. But today, Speaker, I'm going to be presenting a petition on behalf of Black People United for Change. This petition is signed by many people from across Toronto and outside of the city as well. They are calling upon the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to urgently pass a bill to implement specific laws to protect Black individuals living in Ontario and who are facing anti-Black racism and discrimination, who are facing unjust punishment from law enforcement, exclusion, and other systemic barriers. We recognize, Speaker, in this House that the Black community in Ontario has suffered historical and ongoing injustices, including but not limited to racial profiling and disproportionate policing of Black individuals by law enforcement, systemic barriers in education, employment, housing, Speaker, healthcare, and other essential services. There's always a persistence of harmful stereotypes and racist attitudes that contribute to the discriminatory practices in various facets of life. There's a lack of accountability for hate crimes. This is something that we all know very well in this House, especially for those who are Black individuals, as well as unfair legal outcomes and overrepresentation in the justice system, including wrongful punishment and convictions. The undersigned, Speaker, are calling on this House to do everything they can to prevent and address anti-Black racism through comprehensive education awareness programs, to hold law enforcement accountable for discriminatory practices with robust civilian oversight and anti-racism training, to ensure that there is fair and equitable practices, Speaker, to do everything we can to make sure that Black individuals in Ontario have access to education, housing, as well as employment. This petition, Speaker, was presented and authored by Vanessa St. Louis and Emma Nash, and I want to thank them for coming in today, along with other friends and colleagues from Black People United for Change in Ontario. Thank you.
Petitions.
So that's the first step, albeit a tiny step, but we made it into the Legislative Assembly and in front of the Speaker of the House, and our petition has been read and accepted. Now, whether or not they will say yes is very doubtful. We cannot be expecting the answer to be yes, we're going to implement this law just based on that one petition. Not going to happen. We know that we can expect a fight and we're ready for it because we're dealing with a liberal Canada. And liberal Canada are the biggest of anti-Black racists, okay? They are the equivalent of the Democrats in the United States. And we're prepared for it. We know, we see it. We see the lack of support by the Liberal, party, and we're ready for it. And we expect nothing less than a fight. But that's okay, because we're going to keep our dukes up. We're not giving up. Our people have gone through too much in this country, and it has to stop. But MPP Kristyn Wong-Tam is working with us on next steps. And as we go through all of our options, I will definitely be sharing where we're at, and I can very confidently say that we'll probably end up at Parliament Hill in Ottawa in the House of Commons, and this will continue. It's going to be a fight. MPP Kristyn Wong-Tam has assured us that we cannot expect anything less than a lot of pushback, and we're prepared for it. Black People United for Change, Emma Ansa, Vanessa St. Louis, we are in it until the end, and we will not stop. Our people, our community is fractured. We are going through a lot in the province of Ontario. And by the way, if we manage to win in the province of Ontario, we do intend to take it across the country. So we're not going to just stay at Ontario. We want an anti-Black law across the entire country. We also want a formal apology for the over 200 years of slavery that we've gone through, and we want reparations for what our ancestors went through in this country. So we're not stopping there. And as I said, tiny step, but nevertheless a step. We accept it and we're ready for the challenge, and we will continue to push and push and forge on. So stay tuned. Shout out to MPP Kristyn Wong-Tam. We thank you greatly for taking this on for us and working with us. Shout out to Vanessa St. Louis for your vision. Shout out to all of the people in the community that came out to support us. Shout out to Israel United in Christ for being there and bringing us the word from a biblical standpoint as well. Appreciate talking about unity, because that's one of the things our community is really lacking in and we need to work on. So appreciate everybody that came out to support. Stay tuned. I will keep you informed. And until then, let me know what you think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content. Also, don't forget to download the African Diaspora News app. You can grab it at the Google or Apple store. You won't be disappointed. Download that app. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Emma Ansa Unfiltered. Until next time, please